Okay, so I want to start out this tutorial by explaining to you the importance of starting out right. So I'm going to do that by giving you a word picture, something that a lot of us can relate to from our own lives. Can you imagine having your child and deciding not to give any sort of discipline whatsoever for the first 3 years of their life? Not the first year, the first 3 years of their life. So whenever they want to get up, whenever they want to go to bed, whatever they want to eat, if they want to throw fits, whatever they want to do, you just let them have it. And then at the end of 3 years saying, okay, now it's time to discipline them. If you've waited for 3 years, you've waited too long. And maybe some of us have done that in the past. You know the consequences of that. A lot of work to undo the bad habits have been established. So why do I tell you this story? Because teaching handwriting is very, very similar to training your child. If you allow your child to hold the pencil any way he wants for 3 years, for any length of time, that establishes habits that you later intend to undo, you're asking for a lot of tears and a lot of frustration. And it's very hard to untrain something that you have allowed to go on for any length of time. So really, just like you train your children from a young age, it's not hard to teach them how to hold the pencil the right way. They might not like it at first, but the truth is, if you do it and you show them, kids most of the time want to learn. Their brains, if you think about it, are learning incredibly fast at that young age. They're learning in the first 5 years of their life how to learn and talk and speak a foreign language, how to walk, how to crawl, how to do so many amazing things just in the first 5 years of their life. They can learn how to hold a pencil if you show them. Now, they have pencil grippers that help with kids that have a hard time with this. And I'm going to give you a close-up here in just a minute to show you how you should have them hold the pencil and how a pencil gripper works. And this is really important. So if you teach them the right way from the beginning, you will avoid a lot of frustration and a lot of bad habits that you will have to undo. And I'm going to talk about habits and how those good habits can be made so your child can have beautiful handwriting right from the start. All right, so I wanted to show you the kind of paper I like to use for kiddos when they're learning how to write. This is paper you can get from Amazon. It's super cheap, but what it provides is boundaries, something that children really don't have much of a concept of at this point in their life. So these, when they go to write, it shows them how far to write, top to bottom. You give them a blank piece of paper or a college rule, it's much too small for them. They need big, okay? So this provides a lot of space and it provides visual boundaries for them to see where to start in the middle for their lowercase letters, where to start at the top for any stick letters or capital letters. Very visual, very helpful. The other thing is how to hold a pencil. So first of all, I use number 2 pencils, okay? Number 2 pencils are great for kiddos when they're starting out because they tend to have a lot of pressure when they're writing, all right? And if you use mechanical pencils, they tend to break the lead way too much. So we stick with number 2 pencils and we stick with this kind of paper. Now here's the pencil grip, okay? So this is how it looks. This index finger right here is right on top, okay? And it's right next to the thumb there. And then this middle finger is just underneath, okay? You might see kiddos do this. You don't want to see that right there, okay? You want it to be nice and rounded here. Doesn't need to be a big, firm, hard grasp, but they may do that initially, okay? It's new. So this is how it looks, and I'll roll my hand all the way over so you can see how it looks, okay? That's what we're looking for in a good pencil grip. Now let's go ahead and look at the pencil gripper for kiddos that have a hard time holding a pencil like this. All right, I was finally able to get my hands on a pencil gripper. This is what they look like. There's only really one right way to hold it. Thankfully, It feels very uncomfortable if you hold it the wrong way. So when you get it, try it yourself and you'll find the right way, but they also have letters. So it says R for right-handed, L for left-handed. So you can get them for both left-handed and right-handed kiddos. And it really does help them to be able to hold the pencil the right way. And honestly, if they do this for any length of time, when they get their hands on a regular pencil, it's much easier to then hold the pencil the right way instead of all of the crazy ways that kiddos tend to hold their pencil. So I encourage you, if your kiddo does not like to hold their pencil in the correct way and it's difficult for them, get your hands on one of these pencil grippers and use them. So I want to put a little break in here to let you know how much time you should spend on handwriting. Now, handwriting should not be a long, drawn-out process. You can make it fun using the games. It can be engaging, but I would not spend more than 10 minutes a day on handwriting. And this is not a marathon. Think about the fact that your kiddos are still learning fine motor skills, and holding that pencil can be tiresome. So don't make a marathon. 10 minutes a day is plenty of time to learn those writing skills.